Today I'm going to explain how to throw a cool party. The recent movie that just came out, called Project X, is now the new rage among college students. This movie is about two teenage boys that are seniors in high school, one of them having a birthday party, and they decide to throw the biggest, most epic party of the year. This movie, however, has no plot, nothing other than just one huge party. And honestly, it's not that hard to do as long as you have the right utensils and you have the resources available. So today, I'm going to explain to you how to throw a fat rager. The first thing that you need to have in order to throw a huge party such as the one in Project X is a place. If you do not have a place to throw down, there will be no showdown. Now in Project X, there was a house that they all came to, and the house was very large with lots of open rooms to do things in. I'm not going to explain what, but the house was very large and it also had a pool. So a pool is not necessary, but it adds a little extra spice to things when people get drunk and whatnot and they want to go splash and whatever. But if you don't have a place big enough for a lot of people, then it's not going to be very fun. Not a lot of people are going to come. So if you're going to throw a huge party, make sure it's in a place like a fraternity house or a big house where you can hold a bunch of people, or even like outside. That'll be okay, but just make sure it's close enough to where you can plug electronic things into. Just make sure it's a place other than an apartment or a condo or anything that you can hold a lot of people. Now, number 2, the people that you invite. The people that you invite is very important. Make sure you invite people from different groups, different cliques, and everything. That way you can have a little bit of everybody. Everybody will be there. The more the merrier. I'm not kidding. The more people you have, the better it's going to be. And make sure you don't invite the Debbie Downers, because they're going to kind of crash the whole party, and you don't want a bunch of people coming who are stuck up and they're not going to have any fun, because then that's really not going to be any fun for you or for all the other people who are trying to have fun. Now, spreading the word happens exactly like how it happened in the movie of Project X. You and your group of people that are throwing the party send out Facebook invitations, put it on Facebook, you tweet it, whatever. Mass media is the way to go. You message everybody in your phone. Everybody. Mass text. By word of mouth, you're going to have an awesome party. It's going to get out, I promise you. Because everybody in college is looking for an awesome party of all the time. I mean, it's college. So, after you send out a mass text, they're going to invite all their friends, and then they're going to invite some of their guy friends. Make sure you invite people from, if you're in a sorority, if that's your thing, invite people from other sororities. You know, you can have friends in every sorority. Invite people from different fraternities too, as long as they get along with one another, because if you invite people from different fraternities, like if you have one fraternity that constantly fights with another one, you're not going to want that. Just invite the one that you hang out with the most, because you don't want a bunch of fights at your party, because that's not going to be. I mean, yeah, one fight is bound to happen here and there, but if it's a constant huge brawl and everybody's trying to pay attention to all the fights that's going on, it's also going to be a Debbie Downer. So try not to do that. Try to stay away from the wet blankets, of course. An unforgettable party is also one, like in Project X, where everybody is having the time of their life and everybody is messed up pretty much. Everybody's not really that sober. You might have a few people, but as a whole, everybody is on that level. And what I mean by that level, I just mean like messed up and just not caring. When you have people that care about what they do and what people think about them, they're not gonna let loose and have fun like everybody else. If you don't care, then you're gonna have more fun, naturally. The next thing is party-aiding substances. Now, if you're the one throwing the party, it is not your job to get all the alcohol, to get all the whatever. That is not your job. It is your job, however, to provide a few kegs for keg stands and just beer in general. Kegs is the only thing that you need to provide. Other than that, it's a college party. They should know you bring your own stuff. BYOB, always. Bring your own whatever. Now, unless, like, whatever you're going to do that night, you might want to get your own marijuana. But, of course, in the movies such as Project X, he went and the guys went and got their stuff from their dealer, and they stole this gnome, okay? This little short gnome. And the dealer was freaking out because they stole this garden gnome. And later on in the movie, they found out it was a big deal because there was a gnome filled with ecstasy. Some guy tossed it up and hit it with a bat, and ecstasy flies everywhere. Everybody started taking the X. Everybody was jumping on the ground trying to take the X. Okay, now, here's how you handle that situation without actually getting a hold of it. Make sure you invite the guys, girls, whatever, the girl that's dating the guy who deals pot, you know, because the more the merrier. The more messed up you are, the more fun you have, honestly. Realistic, the more fun everybody has, just like in the movie Project X. So make sure you invite cliques, the guys that do coke, the guys that do Molly, the guys that get barred out, invite everybody. Because then they're always more fun. Typically. Unless they get angry. But when everybody's having fun and you love one another, you're just going to love one another. Electronic. Oh, and another thing is, once you bring all those kind of substances, the more you're going to want other people to. So it's just going to be like a chain. They're going to bring it. They're going to be like, hey, I'm having an awesome time. How about you have an awesome time with me? So that way you don't have to provide all of this. Invite the other people that do. Okay. Another thing is the electronic equipment. You're going to have to need speakers, of course. The louder the music, the better, honestly. And make sure you create a good party playlist, such as songs that you would find in a club. Make sure you have dubstep. That's always a hit. And make sure you play some line dances such as the WAP or wobble. Music is very important for a party. Extremely important. Another thing would have to be lights. You get laser lights. You get flashy kind of lights, anything trippy, that's going to be awesome. I mean, you go into a party where lights are just all over the place, and whoa, I'm telling you, it's going to add at least 10 more cool points to your party. The last thing that I'm going to talk about is the party itself. Make sure that it lasts for a long time. Make sure you also don't have a situation where cops are going to be there at any second. You're in a neighborhood where there can get, disturbing the peace or anything. And just make sure that you're safe, honestly. Make sure if you're throwing the party that nothing too shady is going on, too sketchy, just make sure everything is safe, all right? But other than that, you're in college. Have fun. In Project X, they had the times of their life, even though it kind of cost them a little bit. It actually cost them a lot. Some of them had jail time afterwards. But if you want to throw a cool party like that, it's really not that hard, as long as you have the resources. So, that is my how-to video. Hope you enjoyed it.